When I was younger, I would move around a lot, so I didn't have a whole lot of long-term friends. But so I first lived in Idaho, and then Florida, and then Oregon, and then South Carolina, then North Carolina, all in like the first 7 years of my life. And finally, my dad got a job offer from my grandpa to work in construction back in Oregon.
Oh, well, I initially met him at his church playing ping pong, but then to actually meeting him was probably in math class.
The first couple times we saw each other, it was just him visiting the church that we went to. And me and him, we played ping pong together a couple times, but we didn't talk to each other because Joel, I thought, man, about Joel, I thought, man, that kid's a freak.
When I initially thought about him, I thought he was a bit of a stuck-up goody-goody, and then I learned that he was better than that.
Joel thought, man, that kid's a douche, and both were true. Joel was a freak and I was a douche. And my older brother, who had been going to Logos for a year, said it was a rich people's school, so I was embarrassed of our very junky car. And so when my mom went to get me signed up for classes, I wait and kind of hid in the car and ducked down because I was embarrassed. And Joel walked up to the window and he peeked his head inside. We were both about 8 years old, or around 9 or 10, I think. And he poked his head in and he said, "Hey, why are you, like ducked it down like that?" And I said, "Oh, I'm embarrassed of our junky car." And he said, "Hey, there's a really cool slide if you want to play." And I said, "Oh, no, thanks," because I was still, kind of new to meeting people outside of my family, since, I wasn't used to making friends or being social, because I was kind of awkward like that. So I said, "No, thanks," but since that moment, I knew I had made a friend, and I was just thankful for that much. And ever since then, me and Joel have just gotten to be stronger buddies and closer friends.
We were out camping in the middle of the night, and we brought oars to canoe out in the middle of the lake because we were camping by a lake. Well, we also had a raft, but Jesse was holding one of them, and he lost balance and threw the oar into the lake. And then Simon grabbed a large chunk of wood to try to splash it back to the shore, but instead he threw it and it hit exactly on the oar and it broke in half.
So I've been playing guitar for several years, as you know, and there's this girl that I really liked. And you know how Joel's a ladies' man, all the girls love him. But she was kind of sitting. We were kind of far away from her. It was at this retreat thing, and we were kind of far away from her. And I was playing guitar.
I have never heard this part of the story before, so yeah, I guess that's sort of cool, but I don't know.
And then I remember Joel said, "Oh, dude, give me the guitar." And just cause he was just making a joke, and he started strumming the guitar open, and he going, and he started strumming the guitar all roughly. I was like, "Oh, dude, you gotta stop."
I seem to recall something like that, but I don't know exactly what happened. I think I know what he's talking about, but I wasn't exactly wailing random words. It was more like random sound effects. Simon is a good friend of mine, and I enjoy his presence pretty much always, but sometimes he gets these moments where he's either stubborn and refuses to believe people, or he gets a little competitive around a certain someone you may know, and then he starts trying to make other people feel, he starts to belittle other people, and that's when he started gets a little annoying.
He's definitely my best friend. I love the guy. He's one thing I like about him is he's a good friend, but he knows. Sometimes I've got some friends that don't know how to, kind of are socially awkward, or don't know how to handle social situations very well. They're really good on one-on-one, But Joel's great with one-on-one and being in a social area, so it's kind of, sometimes you can, like, it feels like you can kind of be embarrassed that your friends are so awkward in, like, big social events, but Joel's not like that at all. So that's one thing I love about him. And, you know, obviously we have, you know, we like a lot of the same stuff, of course, and share a lot of jokes and stuff. One thing, you know, he's pretty darn edgy. Like, you know, like he kind of has a rebel thing going right now, and it's pretty stupid, but I'm sure he'll get over it. It's just one of those phases. But you know, I love the guy, and he's my best friend.
He manages to smile, always, pretty much. And I find that respectable, because I don't smile at all.